means Chaos, Chaos55T here, and as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, I'm here to give you methods on how to cope with your sadness or depression. Disclaimer, I am not a licensed professional. These are mere methods that I've picked up from some family members of mine.
Wow, that took a dark turn. I thought you were going to be funny in this video.
Well, there's actually a good reason. In the comments, and a lot of the time private messages, I get users who say that they have situations that cause them to stress out or get sad or depressed or even suicidal. And the majority of you guys, when you see my video, puts a smile on your face. And imagining that does put a smile on my face as well. Here are some coping skill methods that I have found and took notes of that I'm pretty sure will also help you guys out as well. Number 1. Now, I will not call any of you guys dumb or stupid for not knowing this, but there are 3 obvious things that actually can cause depression, sadness, or anxiety of any sort. Lack of sleep, drinking, and certain types of medication. If you already sorted those 3 out and you still feel sad, depressed, anxious, or even suicidal, then continue listening to the list of methods that I've found. Number 2. This method requires a jar, some pieces of paper, and a pen or a pencil. This one is required to have a daily routine, so that would mean you would have to spare some time in your life every day just to do this method. What I would like you to do with the pieces of paper and your pen or pencil is to write a quote. It doesn't need to be like crazy Tumblr inspiration quotes. It could just be a quote from your favorite movie. It could be a quote from one of your friends. It could even be a quote from your cat. And then place it into the jar. Make sure that you do 1 quote a day. If it fills up to the top, don't worry. You can have 2 jars. But when that day finally comes and you feel really sad, anxious, depressed, or like any of the negative emotions that you feel, I want you to grab as many as you can in there, like each little snippet, and then read them out loud in your room, or at least in a place where you can read it to yourself. Now, if you don't have time for this method, then I suggest that you do not do this one and do the other ones. Number 3. This method also requires some paper and some pencils. Now you can go all fancy with this method because this one requires making a list. It doesn't matter what you decorate it with as long as it looks appealing to you. So what you need to write down on your list is why you love yourself, what you're good at, and what your dream goal is. And it doesn't matter what format you put it in. You can even put it in a pie chart for all I care. It's all about you in the list. So after you're done frickin' bedazzling your list, I want you to put it somewhere where every day you would run into it and read it. This method helps reassure you to let you know that you have a place in this world, that there is a purpose for you existing. And the reason why I told you to bedazzle that piece of paper is that way you can focus on it a lot more than the naysayers, the manipulators, the abusers. Your list will stand out and will let you know, hey, I'm over here. Don't listen to those people. At least read me and know how much you're worth. Now, this method isn't 100% bulletproof, so if it doesn't work, here's some other methods that might help. Number 4. This one is a no-brainer as well. Create a playlist of your favorite music, your favorite memes. Create at least a playlist that appeals to your needs. It doesn't need to be about anyone else. It could just be about you. So when the time comes and something happens and you have the available time to just be by yourself, go to your playlist and watch, read, or even listen to whatever is on that playlist. That way, it would help you feel more relaxed. It would calm you down from anxiety. It could even bring a smile to your face if it's funny videos. And a lot of them could even be inspirational videos that will help you know that you are a great person in your own way. If this method doesn't work, here's another one that I can suggest. Number 5. This one mostly happens online, but you can use this for offline purposes as well. When a stressful situation happens that brings negative emotions into your mind, what I want you to do is turn off your device, or at least just put it in sleep mode, and then go into a room where you're alone. Make sure that the room is quiet enough so that you can hear yourself through thinking or speaking. Then reassess the situation and calmly try to figure out a solution to it. Because when that situation happens on the fly, you'll go into fight or flight instincts, which gives you a very narrow option. When you calmly assess the situation alone in a room where you can hear yourself think, that's when you realize the options aren't so narrow after all. And not to mention, it would give you more options that could lead you to the right path. This method is compatible with the first few that I showed you, as well as this last one I'm about to tell you. Number 6. This last one is also a no-brainer. You need to find someone who you can trust, an open ear. Like, it could be a real person, it could even be like a teddy bear, or it can even be your cat again. As long as you feel like someone is listening to your cries, the ones that will openly comfort you, the ones that can help keep secrets, but will rat you out if it becomes necessary. These are the methods that at least I know of. If any of you guys have other methods to cope with your sadness or depression or any other negative emotion, please comment below. And just to avoid for those weak of heart to not see malicious comments that give really unhelpful advice, what I recommend for all of us is like the ones that look most helpful. This is Chaos55T, and I do care about all of you.